rising, family. Infinite love, light, and blessings. Just wanted to take a moment to hold space and in the moment of now and just reflect with whatever reflections show up. So much love. Whether you show up live or you watch this later, take a deep breath. Inhale in the nose. Exhale out the nose. We're just going to focus on that breathing in the nostrils. And put your attention up to the mid-center of your head. Allow that breathing to have that light wash over you. I get that sensation come up and then washes over. Right at the peak of that inhale, you should feel that sensation rise up and just fall and drift away, just like a tide in and out. Almost helps you grab that breath. If you're not used to doing breath work, it almost feel like you're releasing that anxiety. You may have to exhale out of the mouth on a couple large ones, if needed, to release that. Allow that energy, the divine source, that unconditional love, just to wash over you. You are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to do. Your outer world is a reflection or projection of your inner world. Each and every thought that comes through the mind is not a fact and is not a reality, but we can attach to it. But it is as futile as trying to catch water moving down a rushing river, or with your hands and no vessel. It's just rushing by and we get stuck and it becomes busy work, like a rocking chair, giving you something to do but not doing anything to help you move forward with yourself in a moment of being. So I think it's important to speak on this. And this may seem paradoxical to anyone maybe not used to some of these sayings, but they're meant to unwind the mind and place yourself in a moment of timeless time that helps allow us to set ourselves free and become a master of the mind and not a slave to it, helping us let go of the lower mind and get into our heart, to elevate our minds into our higher self, to be unified and commune with divine source, and to find that oneness within takes a calm stillness of being. Try not to get caught up, but even then, just let go and don't try too hard. It's better for you to do what you were supposed to do and do it imperfectly than try to do something else that someone else is meant to do perfectly. Just authentically be yourself as you move forward in that flow of now. Much love to you. We get so caught up in the busyness of the modern life, it becomes the human doing instead of the human being. You are here to have a human experience. Although we are infinite beings, whether we remember that or not and awaken and we remember what we once forgot, we are still here to have this experience. There's nothing to be obtained and no goal to have, and we shouldn't wear spirituality as a badge of superiority with knowledge or wisdom over others, as all is of the all, and when we judge another, we judge ourselves, and we see that there is no one or no thing to overcome, rather to be still and experience the will of divine source within us, and then through us, and then bring it without. When we make the two as one and bring what is within without, we shall enter the gate, and the path is narrow to the way of the way, and that is from within, brought without. Much, much love. I love and appreciate you, family. Take this time to be still, to let go. And when we speak of letting go, that doesn't mean to repress whatever comes up. It doesn't mean we have to entertain it, but we allow it to rise and dissipate, just as a pot boils water and then that becomes steam and dissipates from the heavy form of density into the lighter density and higher frequency of divine love within us, transmutes through our heart of unconditional love that we all are. Namaste. I see the divine light in you because I see the divine light in me. I am that of I am, and so are you, the I am that I am. You are me and I am you. We may not be the same, but we are from the same and of the same expressions, fractals, fragments, angles of light, angels of light, archetypes, archons, and everything that was, wasn't, the beginning and the end, is that cannot be named. The one and all, the all of all. Take a deep breath. Work through just the nostrils. No mouth breathing. In the nose, out the nose. Reach the high breath to the point between your brow and let the light wash over you. Bring it to the top, let it wash over and release. You may feel like there's a breath that cannot be grabbed, if you will. That is an anxiety being transmuted by the breath. All is transmuted in one breath. Release that. If you have to let go with the mouth, do so. You will feel it from the top. It'll rise up. This will help when your Christos, Krishna oil rises during your sun sign and the moon days, and prepare days before and during those days and after, and breathing helps rise that, and it brings it up and then comes back down. It elevates and rises the source within you. You will feel the rising emotion, the energy and motion. Allow it to be free. You will see, if you observe the observer and stop identifying with the me, rather be still and be of the I am, you will see and observe from a higher place being during those Christos days. There's a lot of videos out there. I'm sure you can research that. Maybe at some time we'll speak about it here, but for now, research when your sun sign is in the moon. There's truth in the lies of all things. Don't be too attached to it, but know that there is practice to it. To digress from all that, the conscious awareness of the breathing helps that rise within, stimulates natural DMT in your lungs. You feel it. I feel like your eyes almost want to flutter. You feel the light washing over into the area between your brow, your third eye. Try Try to refrain from mouth breathing if you can. You want to use the nose right now. Use your hand over your heart if you have to. And if your mind's too busy, do what I call the preview and the rewind. You rewind the day if it's the later hours of the night of what had happened. And then in the morning when we wake up, we want to preview. During those times before we go to sleep and we wake up, we're in a theta state where we're able to reprogram our subconscious with the way we want things to go or how we prefer that they could have been. But then we detach and let go, not form any attachments of any outcomes that we may desire, but just realize what is and was as it should be, as we all hear it is what it is. It was what it was. It will be what it may be. Que sera, sera. Unwind the mind. Past duality, past the 3 or 4 or 5, past the words, past the labels, past the constructs, past all that is and could be, and just be still in the here and now, in the presentness of this moment, to reflect and manifest as things change rapidly and are shifting as more and more awaken. Wherever you may be is where you are, and that is where you're supposed to be. There's nothing that is meant for you that is passing you by. There's nowhere you need to be that you aren't already at. And where you need to go will happen when it needs to happen. So we can be still in the realness of the moment and authentically be ourselves. Even if it's imperfect, it's perfect within that moment. For your true sovereign self is the authentic self of being. Although still of the I am, because the illusion of separation is clearly an illusion. We are all of the all. But it still takes an area in between that 0 point of an action and non-action. Although we can do without doing, we know without knowing, but we still take action when intuitively we're in a sense of flow and being in the moment of now. Be still. Much love and appreciation. And remember, it's okay, whatever comes up, we allow it. We don't repress it. The same goes with fear. Because right now there's a lot of fear being pushed out as shadows dissipate and more shade is thrown because the light is shining bright. And the brighter the light shines upon you, the darker the shadows are behind you. So we let go of the past, be present in the moment, and don't hold anything over ourselves or others, as we are all here now as we should be. So we can be present in that moment and accept our shadows and accept our light. But a light and a lamp on a stand is not meant to be covered, rather shine bright for all in the house. So we're choosing our houses that we so choose to be in and a part of. We shine bright, but when our shadows arise, we allow them. We let them go by, and we realize they're just as the tides that come in and out, and there's light and dark and good and bad and positive and negative within them. All of it is still the ocean, all of it is still the all. Just as fear still plays a role within us, even though there's a lot of it being pushed upon us. The difference is intuitive fear, like almost getting in a car accident and avoiding it. You feel that rush, that is real fear, not the fear of what ifs and could be's and stuck in the past and what may happen, unforeseen and foreseen events and outcomes that we desire to know of and play over and over in our head in scenarios. That's false fear. That's false light. That's predictive programming, and that is all sorts of things that the mind creates. When the mind becomes a servant and we don't learn how to master it or know thyself, Now, it's not a bad thing because we learn from that. It constricts and it expands. And the more that it expands and it constricts, but not quite as much as it was before, as we continue to expand our awareness, so does our consciousness expand and become bigger and higher awareness and perspectives within ourselves, which is brought without. So our outer world continues to be a broader and bigger bandwidth and a reflection of our perspectives from within brought out. So it's okay to have fear when it's intuitively in a sense of flow in the moment, and we don't try to be nothing and fearless and push and repress away, because that's nothing but spiritual bypassing, but learn to work with that as our intuitive nature to protect us. And the other false fear, it's still a practice to work with it and to help tame the mind. And it also, the cleaning of the mind and the fear shows us what we need to continue to learn, to allow and let go. There may be things you're holding on to in which you resist persist. So it continues to arise as you continue to repress. And doing the same thing is the definition of insanity. It does not produce any different effects, rather just the same results that you continue to pursue, thus putting you in a rut, a loop, a cycle of change that is not moving. It's just no change. In fact, just the spinning of being, kind of like the spinning of a karmic cycle when you continue to reincarnate and not learn the lessons. So we are breaking free of that. And if you're here, that is what you've come to hear, to learn how to deal with your fear that is true and let go of what is false and continue to be an authentic self and a sovereign being that you are. And even that, just to let go, release, allow, be one with all things. I love and appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping by. I'm trying to put as many videos as I can when it's on my heart. This has been a better place and a better space for me to reflect my truer energy and come from the heart as my higher self. So I thank you for the support. If you watch this video, if you're here live and I resonate with you, like, subscribe, feel free to comment. I truly am thankful for all my experiences and all my reflections out there and all my light and my shadow and everything that I've learned. I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful evening or day, wherever you may be. Remember, all is transmuted in one breath. Don't repress, just allow. Don't try to control anyone. That's nothing but an illusion. Just allow them to be, and you will get what you give. Allow others to be, so they can see as they may need to be within themselves to bring that without. The time of coddling is over. The shift is obviously in full effect. We see continuously and continue to be still, full of unconditional love. You are the light of the world, but darkness within darkness is where we came and create from. So we don't judge, we don't divide, we just rise and allow with unconditional love. Have a beautiful evening.